What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. I gotta be honest, I mistimed this. Usually when you join a Best Ball Mania over on Underdog, it takes, 5 minutes for it to fill. I joined, it filled instantly. We were washing our face and brushing our teeth here, getting ready for the stream. So we started at the 106. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown here in a wide receiver heavy format. As always, if you are new to Underdog Fantasy or new to the channel, you can check out Underdog Fantasy over in the live chat description, comment section down below, and use promo code RON. They'll match your first deposit up to, I believe it's like $1,000 now. They did something crazy for fantasy football season. But how is everybody doing? How are we? I decided, I don't know, I think we're going to be here for a while. We're going to probably do a couple of these, maybe a few of these. How are we? Not even at 800 viewers yet, falling off. We'll see where we end up tonight. I don't know. I have high hopes. We have Skillio in here. Yes, sir. Doing BBMs tonight. How is everybody doing, man? How are we? I'm already getting what's good unks in the chat. Great. How is everybody doing, man? It's August. We're streaming. Now, I will say, we didn't get a video up today. Slightly bummed about it. But I decided, let's do Drake London here. But I decided, I don't know. It gets tough putting out the content every single day. And then you sacrifice some quality because you're rushing to get outlines done. So, took my time with today's outline, which will be tomorrow's video. And I figured Saturdays, honestly, like if I'm going to peel back the curtain here, and if you were to look at YouTube analytics, Saturday's the worst day to upload a video. Like people are doing shit. It's summer. People are out. There's football on today. So we'll have a video out tomorrow. And then it's crazy, dude. Like this is pretty much the last week of draft prep content. And even then, like by the time it's like Saturday, Sunday, people aren't really going to care about draft prep, and then they're going to be looking towards week one. So pretty much got like 5 more videos to put out on draft prep, and then it's go time. We got Jersey in the house. What's up? People still taking Chase over St. Brown. People seem to be very spooked on Chase, and I'm starting to get there. Because, I don't know. The closer we get to the season without resolutions for CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase, we got, I don't know if you can't see her just yet, but we do have Winnie in the background. I only have one light. Let me know if I look weird. I only have one light on right now. All right, I'm just going to, it's not that you can see this, but I'm moving stuff around right now just so I can get the proper view of what we're looking at here. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Whatever. All right, let's see. Yeah, that is actually, someone said DJ Moore's so high. I love DJ Moore, but that is pretty absurd. Let's take Metcalf, man. I've been coming around on Metcalf. I've been trying to draft him more and more this offseason. This is going to be a pretty disgustingly wide receiver heavy build that we go for here. Kamara and Stephon Diggs or Brian Thomas Jr.? That's really tough. And this is a cop-out answer, but it's close enough that if I was a rebuilder, I would take Brian Thomas. If I was a contender, I would take Kamara Diggs. I think gun to my head, like in a vacuum, I think I'd prefer probably prefer Diggs and Kamara in terms of value, but I don't know. That could look really ugly next year. Good morning from Germany. Hell yeah. Was happy to see you crush that high stakes draft last night. I appreciate it. Inferno, man, that's an OG, man. That's an OG. Can't wait for start sits. Yep, that's going to be very fun. How are you approaching Ayuk in drafts with no real news yet? I actually did an update on the rankings this morning, and I pretty much dropped him down to the bottom of his tier. Like, I'm taking Metcalf, DJ Moore over him. I'm taking Malik Neighbors over him. Without a resolution, and Ben Gretsch actually touched on it on a high-stakes draft on ship chasing recently, And he makes a good point of Ayuk capped out at like 15 points per game last season, and that was on otherworldly efficiency. He had over 5 fantasy points over expected per game. He had over 3 yards per out run, which is just like an elite number. And he did all of that just to get to 15 points per game. And when you sit out like this, it's tough for me to want to bet that he can hit that monster efficiency again without any, ramp up time from the time off. Because he's not a volume play, then you have like holdout risk, you have trade risk. So yeah, he's somebody that I'm not really taking until the 3-4 turn, I would say. All right, now we're up. Rashi Rice gone, huh? ETN is very interesting here. ETN is a really tough one to pass on, but we're going to go T. Higgins and try and suffocate this room for receivers right now. 4 straight receivers. Why not? How are you approaching Ayuk? Okay, I just answered that. Jeez, dude, that's my bad. I did bring adult beverages with me, but I don't know if I'm gonna indulge just yet. We'll see. 380 drafts in and have Nico at 23% in my cooked? No, dude, I'm jealous. I have him. I'm like just shy of 20% with him right now. You're worried about Chase more than Lamb? Yeah, I agree. Just spent like an hour and a half updating ESPN ADP to underdog ranks. Why'd you do that? How do you feel about Reek versus CD now? You could talk me into Tyreek over CD. I still think it's very close. Oh, we got some super chats here. One super chat. Ansel Hernandez. We got 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, 12-team keeper league. You have Brees in the 3rd round, and you have the 2nd pick. I have the option to go Bijan or Justin Jefferson. Who are you going with? If you already have Brees in the 3rd round, even still at the 2nd pick, I'm taking Bijan there. Bijan, run double hero, and just smash wide receiver the rest of the time. Super chat from Platinum. Appreciate it, man. 12-man PPR. I love an is this good. I will say, I appreciate the super chat. I would love to just know. I mean, I guess I'll just assume that this is the starting lineup. So never mind. I'll rescind that comment. We're gonna go James Cook here as our first. It's our next pick. See, I'm gonna go. I was gonna go James Cook, but we're actually gonna go Kyle Pitts. I want more Pitts. We weren't gonna get a tight end to fall back to us. But all right, my bad. That probably is your starting lineup. So I mean, Josh Allen, Javonte, Chase Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Harrison Jr., Kincaid, and then Neighbors. It's good, but it's a little bit too much 0 RB in a 2 wide receiver 1 flex for me. I think you kind of made it work, but I don't know. Javonte, Chase Brown is your 2 running backs, and a 2 wide receiver 1 flex feels a little bit light for me. Do you think Brady's coming out of retirement to play for the Vikings? Hell no. No chance. 50K coming soon. We'll see. Actually, no. 50K, I mean, let's be real. 50K is actually pretty much a lock in the next few days, which is crazy, dude. It's crazy. As a Niners fan, I hate how long it takes for us to get deals done. The fact we haven't even adjusted Trent's deal yet is a joke. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Ayuk is going to Washington? Maybe. Think we have an overlay opportunity with the sprint? Probably. Oh, we got Boots in here? What's up? Are you doing anything special for 50K? Maybe. I don't know. We were talking about it last night. I might do a special stream next like Sunday. And just do like a streamathon where, I don't know, I have to sort of think it out. My little brother has been pushing me to do it. Kind of like those subathons. On the the big Twitch channels do, where they have like a goal for something, and every time somebody subs or does whatever the call to action is, it triggers something. I'm thinking through it. We're gonna probably by Sunday. Your home league draft today. You went Gibbs, Taylor, Ayuk, DK, Andrews, Rice. Yeah, I mean, I'd say that looks pretty damn good, man. Did you go from the? I assume that's like the 12 spot. I'm trying to think of what your first round looked like. If Kittle makes it back, I'm gonna be kind of bummed. Yeah, Kittle's gonna make it back. I'm gonna keep on scooping the Richardson value, man. If you guys if the market's gonna keep getting scared about a preseason game and let me get Richardson like 10 picks past where he's been going all summer, I will keep doing that. So this is a pretty fun 0 RB kind of build. Do you have any worries about Achane being a running back by committee? Not really. I'm kind of expecting a committee. I just think that it's a talent bet. It's an efficiency bet. He's so undeniable that he kind of rises to the top, and then also he has pass catching upside. How do I rank Achane compared to Henry, Pacheco, Kyron, and ETN? I have him over all of them. I do. I know it's feels bold, but when we're talking about legendary upside, he has a very clear path to it. Broken scoring touchdown bonus. Ranked Jettis, Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's a long touchdown bonus league. I think even in that, I don't know that I would care too much about long scoring or, big play multipliers in the first round. I'd probably go Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chase, Jefferson is probably where I'm at. I don't know. I think tomorrow morning I'm going to do a small update because it's definitely worth definitely taking a real long, hard look at your Chase and CDs right now and trying to figure out where they should be going just based off of the holdout risk stuff that everybody is very concerned about. So it's like if you have a bunch of players in the same tier, you might as well put those guys at the bottom. Amron Stewart, appreciate the super chat. Want to say thanks for all the streams and videos. I appreciate that, man. Anthony Richardson, throw up emoji. That's why I'll just keep taking him, man. People don't understand, like, it's fantasy football and it's 4-point passing touchdown. Like, we've seen Justin Fields get 20 points per game. Richardson's not getting benched. He'll play the whole season. Me taking him isn't a bet that he'll be good, even though I think he will be good and I have him in Dynasty. It's a bet that he's going to scramble a ton and score points, and that seems like a pretty easy bet to make. Let's do Ladd McConkey here. That is very funny. He threw one pick six in one meaningless preseason game where it was an option route that he wasn't on the same page with his guy. You got Brian Thomas at the 10:07. God damn. Yeah, I mean, ball knowers know this. Ball knowers know that the pick six he threw was an option route from like Kylan Granson, and then like it just came in conjunction with the Bengals practice reports where the defense was chirping Richardson, and it's like every defense is going to chirp the quarterback they're playing against. I'll happily scoop these Anthony Richardson's discount prices. Again, it's not a bet that he's going to win the MVP. Yeah, exactly. Steichen isn't going to throw out his best stuff in a preseason game. I can promise that. And even still, there were some like truly special throws he had where his arm talent is just nuts. Like he can squeeze balls into windows that very few guys can. And we're talking about a guy that has played like 3.5 NFL games. I don't know. Some people are just very convinced that Anthony Richardson was never good, like dating back to Florida, which is very funny. Any Green Bay wide receiver you're betting on specifically? Honestly, all of them besides Dobbs. Cam Akers season, I can't get there. I know people have been going crazy about the way that he's been looking in preseason, or not going crazy, but him potentially being ahead of Dameon Pierce, and it's like, dude, like dude, it sucks because Cam Akers is such a legend. Cam Akers is genuinely like one of the greatest high school recruits of all time. Like bonkers stuff. Amazing prospects. But dude, you tear your Achilles and then have another Achilles injury. It's like, I don't know, man. I just have a hard time. Film guys are saying he was actually good in the preseason. Yeah, exactly. I saw those takes as well. It's just people, seeing like hater Twitter accounts that just go crazy when somebody throws a pick and calls that player the next bust or whatever. All right, so this is going to be a running back pick. People seem out on Jaylen Warren, which I think is probably the best time to take Jaylen Warren as he falls here in a format like Underdog, where I really only care about the final few weeks. And we're just going to hammer a bunch of running backs in this build anyways. Like, this might be like a 2-7-7-2 build. You said Trey Lance threw 5 picks today and still put up like 25 fantasy points. Exactly. Like Richardson, they spent too much money on him to get benched, and I also don't believe that he's bad enough that he would get benched or something. No, he literally looked good, but because he like missed a couple of throws and he threw a pick 6, it's like, all right, if he's now undraftable in fantasy, where again the bet isn't really that he's going to win awards or be like the best quarterback ever. It's just that he's going to play a chaotic style of football, which he proved. Like he can be. I mean, he's not going to throw 30 picks like Jameis Winston, but he can be like Jameis Winston-esque through the air, and then also rush for 10 touchdowns, and then he pays off in a big way. Yeah, exactly. Like letting Richardson slide because of that feels very dumb. So whenever you play my YouTube videos on my car screen while I'm driving, it generates a picture of Rod Stewart. Hell yeah. Yeah, if that scared you off, which it shouldn't have, it should be a dynasty fade, not redraft. Because if you're drafting him in redraft again, it's not a bet that he's like some world beater at all. Yeah, exactly. Like after the chirps, he threw 3 touchdowns. Like it's just guys talking smack, bro. Like just guys being dudes. What do you got, Russell D? Damn, I would have actually loved Zamir White there. I won't sit here and lie to you. Zamir White would have been a fun pick there. All right, let's go Chase Brown. I haven't taken Chase Brown in a while. I loaded up on like round 11 Chase Brown when that was his price. Ever since he's been like a 9th round pick, I've cooled off, but there I think it made sense. Is drafting Kupp in round 2 too high a value? I took him in round 2 in last night's, or actually the last 2 nights high stakes drafts. I've taken him. You took Rice at the 505 in your league yesterday. Is that a reach? No, sir, man. No, sir. That is not even like I would take him. I think we took him at the 401 last night. You got Brian Thomas at the 1207. Jeez, dude, that is crazy, dude. Brian Thomas looks good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even if like Mixon goes down, I don't know. I just have a real tough time trusting him to be anything. And it sucks. It sucks. He was a really fun prospect, really fun college player. But it's just I don't I don't know, dude. It's rough. It was late season too. What, it was like week 9 he tore his Achilles or here's the question. I don't think that he tear his Achilles last year. I heard it was like an Achilles injury. But that's probably a tear. I know that he for sure tore it in LA. I saw that source too that Jaylen Warren's good for week 1. I'll continue to scoop up these these discounts. Yeah, preseason doesn't equal regular season. I think that's the biggest thing. It is just like, and I think Brock, you were talking about it yesterday. I think that the worst thing you can do is like all of a sudden change all of your takes from all offseason according to what happened in the preseason. Like if you were drafting a bunch of Richardson and like now all of a sudden you're like, oh shit. Like you made your bets. We are, we're projecting things over an entire season, not just one game. Man, Caleb is really tough to turn down here, I'll be honest with you. But I just don't have any Chicago stacks, so I'm going to chill. We have Wicks, Jerome Ford. We're going to go Blake Corum. You could have talked me into Wicks there, but I just don't think we needed a receiver. And I do want to keep our stacking options open. Did you keep Curtis Samuel in the 12th round? Honestly, no. What do you think of Breece at the 103 in a home league? Honestly, in any home league that's super running back heavy, if you want to take Breece and Bijan at the 102 and 103, you can absolutely do that. Yeah, Stroud sucked in the preseason last year. Kenny Pickett was, the second coming of Dan Marino in the preseason last year. Like it's all noise and it hurts more than it helps. Yeah, we'll do a couple drafts tonight. We're in here for the long haul. Yeah, I have plenty of Richardson in Dynasty, and I'm not panicking over preseason. I just refuse. I until we get into the season, I just truly don't care much. Who's this league with, Tom? Puka Gibbs. Like, is this a mock or are you just trolling? Puka, Gibbs, Breece. I mean, that's a sick team. And I hate to blow up my boy Tom's spot, but that's a guy who's in my home league. He got the best combine time last year, and he was the 101. That's my boy. I do appreciate when the hometown buddies pop into these streams and see what's going on. I don't believe that he drafted that team, though. And we are going to laugh to the bank to get AD Mitchell. I almost regretted not taking him at the last pick. Now, I will say, on the other side of this, Brock, of like don't overreact to preseason, I'm now not making up for lost time. I already had a lot of AD Mitchell, but now I'm really trying to get it in before draft season's over. But that's, if anything, just kind of doubling down, not changing course, if that makes sense. Full tear twice. Yeah, dude, it's over. It's over. And I hate to say it. You just, at running back, I just don't know how you make it. Are you crazy for taking Waddle over London this year? Honestly, no. It's mostly tryouts. Like you're not trying to call your best stuff. The defense isn't trying to call their best stuff. You're still getting on the same page with some of your players. Like I just truly don't care. Thoughts on Amon-Ra St. Brown as wide receiver 2 this year? If the CeeDee Lamb stuff scares you that much, I think you truly could if you wanted to. Run to Kyron over Achane today in my home league at the 207. Did I goof? No. I have them both in the same tier, and if you want to take Kyron over Achane, you absolutely can. You excited about your home league? Do you know where you're picking from yet? I do not know where I'm picking from yet. I actually think Tom said something in our chat. I could be wrong. No, he didn't. I thought he did for some reason. No, I don't know where I'm picking yet. I don't know what I'm going to do for draft order yet. We're going to draft the Wednesday before the Thursday kickoff. I've been debating if I'm going to live stream the draft because we're not doing a video, but it would be kind of cool to stream it. Put the sleeper board up on the screen. I have like a camera here where it's me, and then maybe I hop out and like a buddy hops on and kind of explains their pick and just like messing around. I don't think it wouldn't be something that crazy, but something I was debating just to kind of kill two birds with one stone. Because if I have to draft in a home league and then still block out time to stream with you guys, that would be kind of tough schedule-wise, so it would kind of just be easier to merge them into one. And I'm sure you guys would appreciate a home league draft anyways, just because it'd be the most similar to what you guys will be having. Let's see, lots of value on the board right now. There goes Goddard. All right, we're going to take Goff here. I'm not crazy about Goff, but we already have Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I do, like, I don't know, this is kind of more vibes than anything else, but I do like the steady Eddie of Jared Goff to kind of counteract Richardson's highs and lows. So I think that fits well. Who's my highest exposure player? I want to say Dontavion Wicks right now. Can you recap your team so far? Yeah, we went with, this is a $25 Best Ball Mania draft on Underdog. Of course, if you haven't checked out Underdog already, make sure you do so. There's comments in the description, live chat, comment section down below. You can click the link. It'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code RON. And it'll match your first deposit up to, I think it's $1,000. I keep saying that. I should definitely update the ticker here. But you'll get a deposit match, pretty much half of whatever you put in. All right, so we started Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, DK Metcalf, T. Higgins, Kyle Pitts, Anthony Richardson, Ladd McConkey, Jalen Warren, Chase Brown, Blake Corum, A.D. Mitchell, Jared Goff. I like this start so far. I don't know how we're gonna land the plane. I think we're gonna probably end up. You could talk me into like 3 tight ends. We're certainly done at quarterback. Wow, Vidal was benched with the starters. That's huge. Thoughts of Malik Neighbors? I keep moving him up. He's a very similar bet to your Olave, Devontae Adams is what I keep saying. Let's see. Let's do. There's so much buzz around Jaleel McLaughlin, and a lot of guys that I respect a ton keep gassing him up, so we're going to take him here. I will say, we're over 500 people right now. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. I know I forget how to talk at times here, but I do appreciate all the love, dude. These streams have been crazy every night. It's honestly why we do them. We just build up the momentum. We keep pushing. We keep grinding. It's paying off for sure. People are saying stream the boys. Yeah, I'm going to give away $50K for 50,000 subscribers. $50K soon. $50K soon. I don't know how soon. You took Pitts and Kincaid? I don't know if I can get there, man. If it's tight end premium, sure, but that's really it. Might need a subscriber counter so close to 50K. Man, if only I knew how to do that. If only I knew. I don't know. I don't think we're as close as you guys are making it out to be. Let me see. Yeah, we're still like 750 away. All right, let's see. Tight ends are getting very slim. We are gonna take Braylon Allen. Why not? Just a nice handcuff type profile. I have 2 guys I want at these next 2 picks, I think. Yeah. All right. We'll see what we can do. Should have maybe taken one of them here, I'll be honest. But we'll see how this goes. Scale of 1 to 10. How excited are you for the season? I would say 10, man. Very excited. honestly at a point with the offseason that I'm kind of just looking forward to the season starting, getting into a normal schedule, or I'm not sure, streaming. Like, I have fun streaming till midnight every night, but it is also not sustainable. It'd be nice to have a set schedule again where, like, I'm in bed by a certain time hanging out. But of course, like, this is what August is about. I have fun with this, but I am definitely looking forward to some more, a more normal schedule. Football games on, of course. Fall weather. Finally got college football today, which was fun. We got stock exchange in here. What's going on? The Basement League on again this year? Yeah, I'm going to make a post very soon. Probably as soon as tomorrow I'll make a post. Would you rather win 5K or see the Jets win it all? I'd rather see the Jets win it all. By a lot. All right, let's go Ben Sinnott here. The other side, we have a bunch of Falcons. Still debating if we're going to take 3 tight ends on this team. We might make this like a 2-6-7-3. 2-6-7-3 could be it. You end up seeing the draft board in the Flock League yet? I think I skimmed through it. I didn't know what the format was though. Like, how many receivers and flexes you guys got? Thought you weren't high on McLaughlin. In best ball, I'm much higher on him. I will say, I like him a lot more in best ball, where I don't have to predict when I can start him. What's the case against A.J. Brown? Just a lack of ceiling. He's yet to ever hit anything better than like 18 points per game, but I'm still taking him as high as like 109. We done with this preseason shit? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I also, it's funny how it all works, man. Like, I complain in season because it can sometimes get robotic. You're on this schedule of, all right, lesson learned, waivers, trade targets, start sits, repeat every single week. But I'm also kind of looking forward to it because we're getting to a point in the offseason where I'm running out of ideas. You start to hit like a writer's block of like, all right, we could do another 10 players to not draft, but I just mentioned like half of these guys 2 weeks ago, and I don't want to run back the same shit. So it'll be nice to be back on a schedule of like, okay, these videos come out here. Because like also, sometimes you can get behind with posting content. Me personally, because I'm not very good at like scheduling in advance and being like, okay, I'm going to post, on August 25th, this will be the video. I just kind of have like a rough idea of what I want to do. But then sometimes you can be like, oh, well, maybe I want to do this, or maybe I want to do this. And then sometimes you waste time that could have gone towards outlining, just trying to figure out what video you want to make for the day. But yeah, I don't know. This is all very much inside baseball. Can you come steal my mom, Ron? I need to step up, or stepdad. I was about to say I'll be the dad who stepped up. All right, so I wish I was ever so slightly more locked in here. We're actually going to take Juwan Johnson here. I don't think we need... Yeah, we're going to take Juwan Johnson. I think we could have gone for another tight end. Juwan Johnson, to me, just seems very mispriced. We're going to go with one more running back and one more receiver on this team. Let's see. So we don't have any Giants bringbacks, which I think we can actually fix now if we'd like to. All right. We'll get one Giant and one Niner. Jets-Cowboys Super Bowl matchup. Somebody asked me my prediction for Super Bowl. I said I think it'll be Jets-Packers. That's my and we'll get Jets we'll get Aaron Rodgers' revenge over the Packers. That's my dream scenario. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Yeah, I saw the board. Wide receivers are getting snatched up, man. Head into the pool hall. You got a pool? We got Neal in here. Chase doesn't report next week. How far does he fall? I don't know, man. All right, we're going to take Elijah Mitchell on the other side of the Detroit game. Seems people are kind of sleeping on him at this point. I know the Jordan Mason buzz is real, but I'm fine taking Mitchell as well as like the same bet. All right, we got one more pick. I will say, fellas, I got a little bit of a surprise that I held off on. Instead of hopping into another Best Ball Mania draft, that was just a warm-up. Because we got another high stakes coming up. And if you're stoked about a high stakes draft that's going to kick off at 10 p.m. Eastern in the next 10 minutes, leave a like, subscribe. We're out here. I told you it was going to be a long stream. That was just, I just simply had like 45 minutes to kill. I was like, you know what? I'll come on here. We'll do a Best Ball Mania draft. And then we'll do another high stakes draft. Because I'll be honest, I felt bad I didn't get a video up today. You guys have been crushing the high stakes drafts in terms of live viewers after the fact. So how could I not get into another high stakes redraft manage league for the people? So we'll get that pulled up in a second here. We're getting late volume in. Still, honestly, we're still making good pace. What a good question. Why should I stay subscribed on the Patreon into the season? What kind of stuff goes on? Every week in the season, I do a waiver wire article that tells you exactly how much fab I'm bidding on each player. You also get my weekly rankings for like running backs, receivers, flex, and you also get my rest of season rankings for trades. And then on top of that, I don't know. We'll see if we do it this year, but probably exclusive start-sit streams every Sunday. All right, let's... Struggling to get this on the screen. Whatever. But yeah, we're going to make this pick, and then we'll get the high-stakes draft going. Oh, like cue ball pool. I'm an idiot. Hey, I haven't scrolled down to all of you guys seeing that we're doing a high-stakes draft. Collider just busted. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. This is going to be fun. We're going from the 108. Not 2K solo now, but I think we might do that next weekend. Yeah, leave a like. Literally break the like button. We're going crazy. Time for a high stakes draft again. This was just a little warm up. This was just a little appetizer. Just something for you guys to snack on. Now it's time to get in here, draft another flawless team. We're going to go Darius Slayton. It's like Jalen Hyatt had all the buzz early, but I really do think that Daniel Jones, his most familiar target is Darius Slayton. We'll see some spike weeks there. All right, I'm going to pull this up. You obviously do not need to see my sign-in info on the NFC. We are drafting, I believe, from the 8 spot tonight. Let's see. Yeah, we're drafting from the 8 spot. We have 2 guys that are in the top 100 for career earners on the NFC, but they're both picking at the 1 and 2 spots, which is kind of fun. They're going to be like sniping each other the entire time. We'll be on the other side of the room, so that should be really fun. Let's pull this up. We changed the title and the thumbnail, all on the low key here. Again, leave a like. We're in the trenches. We're doing this for the people. Let's get this here. We're going to be drafting directly off of my top 200 cheat sheet, which you can use for your home league drafts. I use it for every single one of my drafts I'm in. I'll make sure to put a link in. I'll make sure to put a link in the live chat, in the description. Let's see. Let's get this set up real quick. My bad, fellas. I wish this was a little bit smoother. But, all right, going to put this in the chat. Again, if you have a home league draft coming up, you're going to want the top 200 cheat sheet. So we're putting it in the live chat. We're placing the pinned message. We got a new thumbnail in here. We are here. I'm going to pull up that and the ADP on my other monitor right now. Let's zoom in a bit more. All right, here we go, fellas. We're in here. We got 4 minutes 30 seconds to kill. So we got some time. I thought that's why I got into the drafts so early before. Let's just get this set up. But again, if you're stoked for another high-stakes draft, leave a like. Tell your friends and family. Tell your mother. Tell your brother. Tell everybody. We're out here in these streets. Who else is doing it like us, man? Who is out here drafting high-stakes teams on stream as often as us? Doing it like us. Nobody's out here doing it like us, man. I just have to come out and say it. It's the honest truth. No one is out here doing this. We document them all. All right, I'm going to get to reading the chat in a second. Now I'm just kind of scrambling ever so slightly. But we timed that out pretty good. That's why I joined a draft before I hopped in here, because I was like, man, we got to join it right now if this is going to work. This is also kind of an experiment, because I'm very curious to see how the views go when this draft starts. I will say it is a Saturday night, so I'm not really expecting another like 1K people in here. But I don't know. From a creator perspective, I was a bit scared that people would just kind of tail off after the first draft. But I think that we're going to be all right here. So we're going to look at ADP from the last few days. But how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody's summer going? What do you got planned for now between now and Labor Day weekend? When's your home league draft? Have you already had your home league draft? I'm very curious to know where everyone's at in terms of when their home league draft is. Because I do truly wonder if we've already kind of missed the peak of August, or if things are about to ramp up here again. It is weird. There's like a week left for draft prep videos to have any kind of shelf life. All right, then we're pulling up my rankings on a separate screen here. Teammate's going to be fun. We might get like a Jamar Chase or a CeeDee Lamb to fall to us. Not CeeDee Lamb, but if Jamar Chase gets there, I'm probably taking Jamar Chase over Jefferson still. I already have 2 Jefferson teams as well. So we'll see how this goes. All right, we're all set up. ADP, rankings, draft board. Here we go. Stewart pulls up from midcourt. Bang. I believe we changed the title and the thumbnail. Let me know if that's the case. Game 6 LeBron type shit? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. The Mozzie sticks were good, but now it's time for the steak. That's what I'm saying. Another high-stakes draft. That's love, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat. Jefferson Monument. Let's go. Justin Jefferson for president. Darnold ain't afraid of no ghosts. Followed a lot of your draft advice last year and won 2 leagues. Hell yeah, dude. Calling your mom, yeah. Let your moms know. Let your grandma know. Tell her Ron Stewart on YouTube is streaming a high-stakes draft and to act accordingly. It is August. I am August. This is what we do. People are saying their draft is Labor Day weekend, draft next week. Okay. So we're not there yet. 2 on Monday, tomorrow, Monday, Thursday. Yours is next weekend. All right, so we still okay. We got time. We got time. We're gonna still drop a few bangers between now and like next Sunday. We might do like a rankings and tiers video. I will say it is kind of funny. I think the kind of content I put out that's like very research based and analysis based, my rankings videos just don't do well in the algorithm. Like if I was to drop tomorrow like a top 40 wide receiver rankings for 2025 or 2024, it just wouldn't really do much for me. And I think it's just that you guys don't want to just be spoon fed like a list. But then it gets tough because if I go too hard on the research for 40 players, it's like going to be a 2-hour long video. So rankings are always tough. We'll do like one of them. I might just do like a top 40 overall instead of like a top 30 wide receivers, top 30 running backs. We'll see. But that'll be coming this week. Probably like a My Guys type video will be coming. Was debating messing around doing some heinous shit like 10 breakout candidates ready to go boom in 2024 and like put the Rizzler on the thumbnail, but that might be too brain rot. Bush took Garrett Wilson over Justin Jefferson. Jeez, I did not see that. That's crazy. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown from the 8 spot? Just might have to crack a fresh bottle of Jameson tonight. What's the league type? This is a $350 draft. 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, full PPR. 6-point passing touchdown, 3rd round reversal, 20 rounds, managed league, waivers are fab, no trading. And you're making start-sit decisions every week. I don't like how we are. Damn, nobody told me that we were a little loosey-goosey there for a second. Hold on. I'm going to zoom in one more. So McCaffrey went. God. Everybody bear with me for a second here. It's not cooperating the way that I want it to right now. I don't know. That's too far. All right, everybody lock in for a second here. All right, I think that'll work. That'll work, I guess. I just don't like how you guys can see the bar up here, but who cares? Who cares? Let me know if that's fine. I don't know. How do I usually do this? Why is it such a struggle right now? Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Let's zoom in one more. Everybody just lock in with me. All right, we're good. We're good. I'm sorry about all that. All right, so there goes Jefferson. We're gonna have an interesting pick here. If Jefferson is gone, CD is gone, there goes Amon-Ra. All right, we're gonna take our first Ja'Marr Chase team. We are. I can't justify not taking Ja'Marr Chase here. I can't. Has to be Ja'Marr Chase. I haven't gotten a Ja'Marr Chase team yet. It's our first Ja'Marr Chase at the 8 spot. I get it. People are scared. I get it. But, I mean, that's just what it has to be. Any word on a subscriber Patreon league? I'll probably put out a post tomorrow. What are we cooking tonight, Ron? I'm not sure yet. Ja'Marr Chase is pretty sweet. Big Justice in shambles. Are all RotoWire 3rd round reversal? Yes, sir. What does Managed League mean? It just means it's not best ball. That's all. All right, there goes A.J. Brown. We'll see. Can we get anything fun to fall back to us? We shall see. We got a super chat here. Wow, Saquon off the board. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Right on. Half PPR. One quarterback, two running backs, two wide receiver, two flex. Your team is Love, Achane, Dowdle, Shar, Brooks, Algier, Chase, Olave, Waddle, Dell, Worthy, Reed, Kincaid. Oh, that's fun, dude. That's a very fun, like hero RB type of build. I like that. Wow, JT and Saquon off the board. There's Garrett Wilson. There goes Marvin Harrison Jr. We have 3 picks until we're up. Let's see what we got. 10 dooms to let your idiot league mates draft. I'm telling you, man, it might. I'm telling you, man, some kind of Costco guys inspired title might work. The amount of brain dead diamonds I've played this year. Well, I don't know what that means. You guys are talking about video games. All right, the stream looks and sounds great. That's what I'm saying. We like the Jamar Chase pick. Everybody likes the Jamar Chase pick. I like it. I like it. Said Boyd looks like a young Pat Kareem. He kind of does. That's why we play the game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, I have been dying at those fucking those TikToks of the singing guy. He's like, "It's time to play the game." I don't know. That was a bad rendition of it, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You have to. I have a couple of ideas here. We'll see what makes it back to us. This is pre-recorded. The eight spot could be the difference. Could be the one you need. Costco guys live like 10 minutes from where I grew up. Do you grow up in Boca Raton? Wow. 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 That's it. That's it. How could I not hit the gritty? It was a poor gritty. It was a poor gritty, but I've said it in the past. If we get that kind of value, I can't not hit the gritty. It was a bad gritty. Five booms. But that's a start you dream about, man. That's a start you dream about. Yeah, that was my Mike Gesicki gritty. No, it was literally Gesicki. It was Gesicki, but that's for the better, I think. Adams over Puka is jail. Of all the gritties I've seen, that was certainly one of them. Yeah, the gritty could have been better. I will be honest. I have not hit the gritty in forever. I feel like not in maybe years. I feel like it's kind of a meme that died, but I had to. That's just what it had to be. I had to. If you're going to give me Jamar Chase at the 108 and then Puka on the way back, that's where it is. That's where we're at. All right, so Olave's gone. Wow, that's an early DJ Moore pick. That's the earliest I've ever seen DJ Moore go. Yeah, I love DJ Moore, but that is way too high. This is a wild draft. Yeah, this is why we play the game. Like I said, these two guys are in the top 100 for career earnings. Everyone else is not. So we'll see how this goes. No video today. Can't believe you're slacking so much. Oh, and one of the guys who is in the top 100 career earners has just taken Michael Pittman at the 211. So Godspeed, my boy, is all I can really say there. That's all I can really say. And he goes Cooper Kupp. That's a fun pick. See what comes back here. Yeah, I just put Snorky in timeout. Which is what has to be done, man. I'm sorry, my boy. I don't even know what EJ means. Let's see what we got. 3 more picks. Snorky going ham. Damn, I was hoping for Kyron to come back. Take Pacheco, man. Take Pacheco. Go 3 straight. Take Pacheco. Just do it, Bramley. Just do it. Okay, so he goes Debo. Alrighty. I gotta be honest, it's gonna be Nico Collins or Malik Neighbors. I hope this guy just makes the choice easy and takes one. Just take one, please. Don't make me have to choose. And he takes Pacheco. God damn it, man. We already have a shit ton of Nico. I want to get more Neighbors, but I also don't want to just pass on Nico just to pass on Nico. It's got to be Nico. I love Malik Neighbors, but it has to be Nico. It just has to be. Yeah. 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 That's what it had to be. So how are we feeling, man? How many booms in the chat for that start through 3? I might even crack open an adult beverage, man. This is what we're sipping on tonight. No sponsorship. It's an Angry Orchard hard cider. I will say, fun fact about me, and why you'll never catch me drinking a beer. And I say this with my heart on my sleeve and expecting you guys not to judge me or call me a pussy. But I don't consume gluten. I don't consume gluten. But I don't know. I'm not celiac or anything. It's just kind of like lactose intolerance. It's just my ever since high school, my body just has not gotten along with gluten. That's where we're at. Firestar. I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving it. All the booms. All the booms. Ayuk better than both? Hell nah. The redemption arcs are crazy. No, we need it. We need it. Those were my... So through 3 rounds, we got my 6th, 11th, and 17th ranked players. It does not get better than that. So Ayuk went, Evans went, Josh Jacobs is gone, Metcalf. Receivers are flying off the board here. No, hard cider goes hard, man. No, Team 6's team is actually pretty sweet. I'll give them that. No, I don't have celiac. Yep, I get the poopies, man. Honestly, L. I'm dry scooping some gluten right now. Hell yeah. Yep, that's where he's been going, man. We took Rashi Rice at like the 401 last night. Are the starting lineups the same as underdog? No, that's 3 wide receivers, 1 flex. Is this lobby sweaty like the other one? It's a little sweaty. It's a little sweaty. We got 2 teams going 3 straight receivers here. Actually, we got 4 teams going 3 straight receivers. So yeah, this is actually a sweaty room. We're just part of the problem right now with how many receivers we took through 3 rounds. But both elite tight ends gone. Probably just looking at another receiver here, to be honest with you guys. Wow, McLaurin. People are high on McLaurin with Jahan Dotson gone now, huh? I don't think I can move him up that high. See the vision, though. There goes Diggs. I was hoping that we didn't have to make that choice between Diggs and whoever else is on the board. You don't eat gluten either? At restaurants, I feel so self-conscious. Nah, I just don't care. But mine's not like medical. It just doesn't agree with my stomach. Like I was down the shore. Like, oh damn, I was hoping for T to come back to us. I actually have an interesting idea. I like Tank Dell, but we already have so much Nico and Dell teams, to be honest. I know people are saying Dell. I don't know. I already have a lot of Nico and Dell on my teams. There goes Rashad White. This is what we're going to do. I haven't taken this receiver yet, and it opens us up to another quarterback. And there's a chance that Dell comes back to us in the 5th. This is a player I haven't drafted yet. I almost put him in, like, we're going to do a fades video tomorrow, and I almost put him in the video tomorrow, but I cooled off of it. We're going to go Flowers. I haven't drafted a Flowers team yet. Year 2 breakout candidate. I haven't been crazy about drafting him so far this cycle, but I almost put him in, like, tomorrow's fade video, and then I looked into it, and I was like, actually, he commands targets, year 2 breakout. Mark Andrews takes any kind of a step back. Zay Flowers could be a dog. People wanted McBride. No, tight ends fall in this format. There goes Hurts. Yeah, exactly. But I think in round 4 in this spot sets us up with, Lamar if we want. Again, I already have two Nico and Tank Dell teams. Like on this, like I already have a lot of Tank Dell and Nico separately. I already have two teams with them on the same one. I'd like to shy away from it if I can. If Tank comes back to us, my hands will be tied. There goes Pickens. Sounds like you're wanting more exposure to PP you haven't drafted yet. Sort of, yeah. I mean, not like just guys that I want that I haven't gotten yet. Why aren't you taking RBs? Just none that I like have come back to us yet. There goes Walker. I don't know. You could have talked me into James Cook over Flowers, but the way that this room is, I don't know. It is funny the night and day. This is a really running back heavy part, these four teams. I guess this is something to note in the back of our head here. These guys are really running back heavy. These guys are really wide receiver heavy. So we're not going to push any wide receivers this way. And we can kind of assume a lot of these guys are sharp, especially these two. And we can kind of assume that running backs will get eaten up at this turn. So could have maybe played the game of like, okay, we take James Cook here, and then we hope Flowers or Dell makes it back, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. There goes McBride. This is actually pretty late for, like, Mahomes doesn't make it to the 5th very often in these. I will say, if one of these teams takes Andrews, I'll be more inclined to try and push Andrews past the turn. We'll see. Said Pat made the Zay bull case on a recent pod. Yeah, I was looking into it today and kind of trying to poke holes. And you definitely can poke holes, but it's probably a little bit disingenuous to poke holes knowing that he was just a rookie and he commanded over a 20% target share. Like, sure, you can look at the Andrews splits and you can say he was used in a gadget role, but he could also grow as a player in year 2, and he's attached to Lamar. And we were so excited about Baltimore having Todd Monken at OC, and they didn't pass the ball a ton last year. There goes Kamara. Thanks. That was a tough turn. This is pretty much Lamar or Amari Cooper for me. Can be a Lamar, Amari Cooper, or Mahomes is a decent shout too, and 6-point passing touchdown. We're going to take Mahomes. I know that it's like, man, maybe that should have been Lamar to stack to Zay Flowers, but I don't think it needed to be. In a 6-point passing touchdown league, Mahomes in the 5th is pretty ridiculous. I was debating Amari Cooper, but we already have 4 receivers. If we took Amari there, that would have been like our last receiver. I know we're going to like some rookies we get to fall later. If Kenneth Walker or James Cook was there, we would have taken one of them. Could have talked me into a tight end there. Oh, you're in this draft cast? Damn, you're in the 3 spot, huh? I see. I see. Damn, that's a tough turn, Cass. That's you and then two 100,000 or two career earners in the top 100 there. So yeah, I don't know. I was looking at Amari pretty hard, but again, I think we're gonna get some receivers to come back to us that we like. Because we took Amari there, that would have been like the last receiver we could have justified taking. I'm trying to think of how else we could have gone there. Knowing what I know now, maybe I should have gone James Cook in the 4th and then taken Amari in the 5th. But I don't know. I'm not going to complain. Like, Mahomes in a 6-point passing touchdown league in the 5th round feels nutty, even without a stack. So I don't know. All right, Henry likes the Mahomes pick, so I'm gonna shut up. So just join the Patreon. It seems your rankings are more tailored to underdog drafts. How would you approach home leagues? I would say that they're not tailored to underdog drafts. I would just say in home league drafts, if you're in a more running back heavy, like a two wide receiver, one flex, to just use the tiers and then break ties to running backs. So if you have a wide receiver and running back in the same tier, you can just take the running back, even if the wide receiver is ranked ahead. But I don't know. I would say that they're not really tailored to underdog. Like Kyron's a 3rd round pick on underdog. I have Kyron as like my 204 or something. It's not going to be an accurate representation of what your home league looks like, but it's the rankings I would use in my home league, if that makes sense. All right, so Montgomery's gone. Ramondre's gone. Kincaid, Andrews. Yeah, dude, Puka at 17 to go with Chase is really fun. Ridley's gone. I just don't get it with Lamar and Burrow available. Which it's really just the idea of a 6-point passing touchdown league and Mahomes being a tier ahead of them. He usually goes early 4th in this format, so getting him in the 5th is pretty huge. This is going to be a tough decision. There goes Javonte. Richardson's gone. I gotta take a look at ADPs for a second here. This is so tough, man. We got Worthy, James Conner, and Kyle Pitts is really difficult. I think with the Mahomes pick, though, we made our bet to take Worthy here. I would have loved to try and push that again. I think that this turn is going to be very running back heavy, but we just had to. We can't take Mahomes there and then not go Worthy. I was literally in my head praying that Cass wasn't going to take him. So this is a fun team. This team fucks is what I would say. And there goes Pitts. Is your cheat sheet on the Patreon? Yes, sir. Said Worthy for sure. Yeah, it had to be. It had to be. It would have been fun to try and play it, and maybe, there was 3 players there that I could have justified taking. Wow, okay, so we're not going to get a good tight end on this team. Damn. All right. I thought maybe this boomer turn, only one, they all have 2, 2, 2, 1. Maybe I could go Pitts and try and push Worthy, but probably not still, to be honest with you. Again, it just had to be Worthy. You can't take Mahomes unstacked and then pass on Worthy in the 6th. I don't know what we're going to do at tight end now, I'll be honest. Bowers ADP. He's going in the... pretty much what ADP is saying right now, and tight ends do go late in this format, is Njoku and Bowers both go in the 9th. Wow, so this guy doubles up on QB. Thank you for your service, brother. This is why we play the game, by the way. Man, we're really going to have to give Najee another long, hard look here. And I'm getting sick and tired of giving Najee long, hard looks. We already have so much Najee, too. There goes Deontay. Wow, Roma Dunze. Okay. All right, we weren't getting Worthy to fall back to us. And he goes Brian Thomas, and we laugh to the bank with a 7th round James Conner share. Come on down, my sweet boy. Wow. Wow. If there was ever a time for another gritty. I love this team. This team fucks. Wow. This is very fun. Oh, yeah. Seventh round James Conner in this kind of format is crazy. Said, yo, Ron, you are goated for your videos and Patreon ranking, and thank you so much. I got so much value in the later rounds. Hell yeah, dude. Yep. We got it. We had 3 players we wanted. We wanted Pitts, Worthy, or Connor. We come out with 2 of them at the turn. That's as good as that could have gone. And now a running back run ensues, if you will. We'll see what we can do. You took Connor in the 8th? Oh, yeah. So who went there? Yeah, so we weren't getting Worthy to come back to us. So if Rome and Brian Thomas Jr. just went at the turn like that, maybe I underestimated those guys a little bit there. So Aaron Jones, Najee, Swift, Connor, all gone. Of course, I picked Connor. Deontay, Rome, Brian Thomas. All right, I got some ideas. Can I buy equity in this team? Nah. I should have picked Rachaad White instead of Zay Flowers. God damn it, Miles. When will you people learn? You almost took Connor over Ridley. I could have seen it. Seventh round Connor in this economy, beautiful, man. Just beautiful. I really like this. We'll see what comes back to us. So I apologize for doubting Mr. August himself with the Zay Mahomes tap. The chef is absolutely cooking. I appreciate it. You just gotta look. You just gotta trust. You gotta bear with me. You gotta bear with me, and just trust. I think the funniest part about these comments as well is like, and I say it a billion times, you can also see with the arrows, it's third on reversal, so Rachaad White went before Zay Flowers. Even if that was the correct pick, it wasn't available. So there goes Ladd. Ladd and Christian Watson are gone now. I'll be honest, I don't feel a ton of pressure to take another wide receiver, like through 10 rounds. If you start with 4, you don't need the +2 through 10. I think alternating between Zay Flowers and Worthy in the flex is probably going to do us right. There goes Dak. I got a couple of ideas I'm looking at. Spoons out. There goes Ferguson. So Ingram's gone. Ferg is gone. 3 of the teams at my turn have taken tight ends. Just something to note. So the only tight ends I would feel good about having at this point are Njoku and Bowers. There goes Eckler. I got a couple of ideas here. There goes Njoku. All right. Might be time to just lock in and take a tight end. What do you guys think? Is it Bowers time here? I got 2 running backs I like still on the board. The only tight end I like on the board is Bowers. We could try and see if Team 11 will pass on Bowers. I kind of doubt he would. He does seem a little boomerish, though. Bowers' ADP in these is pick 100. I got to be honest as well, it's very tough to not take Jonathan Brooks or Jalen Warren either. Those also stick out. No, it has to be Bowers. I have 3 other non-tight ends I like. I have 3 non-tight ends I like, and only 1 tight end I do like. We're going to take Bowers and see what comes back. We'll see. I got 3 guys. I'm not going to say it out loud because people keep on people keep sniping our streams here. But I don't know. I just don't think Team 11 was gonna pass on Bowers. I don't. That was my guess. Like I said, I got 3, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know if they take any of the 3. That was not one of them. No, sir. That was one of the 3. Keon Coleman was one of the 3. I'll be honest. I know everyone wants me to take a running back here, but 9th round Keon Coleman would have been tough. I know. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about the guys on the turn. I'm telling you, dude. Team 11 is bleeding the clock all the way down. I'm telling you who was taking a tight end there, and we sniped him. I can almost guarantee it. I can almost guarantee it. He goes Sutton. Hopkins. I'm loving the receivers. Somebody take Addison. Somebody take Marquise Brown. There's J-Mo. I love it. Take Addison, man. Addison's a good pick here. I love it. This guy chirps me on every video. I don't really understand this guy's drafting. Sure, starting 3 receivers is required, but I mean, no one is winning anything with Connor as an RB1. I literally have a video titled Zero RB Draft Strategy where I showed 3 different teams who won millions of dollars with zero RB where their first running back was not drafted early on. At this point, it is an undisputable fact that zero RB does, can, and has worked in the past. I don't know what else has to be done. I just don't. One of them was best ball. 2 of them were managed. I promise that you can win with your RB1 as James Conner. It's been proven. Your head is in the sand if you don't believe so. All right, this is Jonathan Brooks or it's Jalen Warren here. What do you guys think? Brooks or Jalen Warren? I almost want Warren. I think Warren is just better. He's going to play earlier. I don't really want to play the Brooks game. I'm going to take Warren. Like, I do already have I already have like a couple Warren teams. No, I actually have a Brooks team as well. I'm going to go Warren. It was really close. It was really close. Yeah. BBM last year was one with Madison, but then they say, oh, well, that was best ball. Well, I then showed, I literally showed the main event last team didn't take a running back until Breece Hall in the 4th, and if that's not enough for you, I then showed the team that won the primetime in the NFC for $250,000 with his RB1 being Dameon Pierce in the 6th round. So I don't know. I'll link that video. It's just so funny. People are just like so like against the idea that something other than running back early could work. And I even said in my 0 RB video, like we've been doing this. I've been doing 0 RB videos since 2021. Here it is, fellas. If anybody cares enough, that is my 0 RB breakdown. If you are a staunch 0 RB non-believer, feel free to give it a watch. But I assume most people that don't believe in 0 RB also don't take the time to watch anything besides the fantasy counselor. How many teams total do I have so far? I think this is our 10th team. Starting to get a little bit up there. No doubt. No doubt. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about that. You could have talked me into Brooks. I thought it was really close between both. And it seems like the Warren injury stuff is a little bit overblown. Aren't wins lopsided for late round hits like Puka or Kyron? I promise I even adjusted for that, where I showed a third team that did not have Kyron or Puka, because everyone says, oh, well, this team just had Kyron. 0 RB doesn't work. If I had Kyron on my team, he would win too. I showed a third team without Kyron. He won $250,000 without Kyron, without Puka. I'm telling you, I literally, when I say those in videos of like, oh, well, run this, like I literally am just one step ahead. Like at this point, I know what people are gonna say at this point. It's like, dude, running backs have championing running backs after what they did to you last year is so crazy, man. Outside of McCaffrey, the first 2 rounds sucked at running back, and that's why 0 RB worked. And running back scoring has been down over the last 5 years, and it probably won't recover, man. The days of, you know, Saquon, Gurley, Dalvin Cook, Kamara all hitting 20-plus points per game are gone. The days of Adrian Peterson, Maurice Jones-Drew, Ray Rice, Chris Johnson, 2,000-yard rusher, they're gone. The days of Cooper Kupp having the best fantasy season we've ever seen, better than anything that Jerry Rice has ever done, those have only begun, my friends. So Chase Puka-Nico is the scariest drafted wide receiver core I've seen all year. Yeah, me too. Ron won me a league with 0 RB in 2021, and my league mates were roasting me. Exactly, man. And you could even miss, like, again, the team I showed that won the primetime, and I think that he's been in here before, Kozlowski. His first running back was Dameon Pierce, who sucked. You can literally miss on your first running back in a 0 RB build, and if you construct the rest of your team well enough, you can still go pretty far. I think we're going to poke a hole in this team would be that my tight end is Brock Bowers when it should be really more of an elite option. All right, so there's Daniels gone, Trey Benson. Pollard's gone, Chase Brown is gone. So Addison. Trying to make sure I'm all caught up here. I believe I am. So at 103, you taking a receiver. It depends. It depends. If it's 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, and it's a running back hungry league, I think you can absolutely go Brees and Bijan. There goes Corum. I have 2 guys that really have to come back to us. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Now, this is a good question that I try and dispel all the time. Would you rather go hero RB or zero RB, or does it depend on the pick? I wouldn't really rather either. I just put out a video a few days ago called Early Round Draft Strategy, and the whole idea is with these strategies, and that's the biggest misconception with all of the zero RB deniers that come in here. They think that, like, I'm not touting zero RB as the best possible build, but we just drafted a team that we just drafted in a room that let us have Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins. I am not going to sit here and say, no, I'm not taking 3 of my top 17 ranked players because I need a running back. I'd rather take the best players early, and then from there, we have a strategy we can pivot to, like zero RB, you know? That's kind of the whole point of it. Like yesterday, we actually did hero RB because we took McCaffrey 101, and then we built it from there. So I guess you could say like 101's better for hero RB, of course. But I really am a big believer of just sitting in the pocket, take your guys through 3 rounds, and then figure out the rest later. Wow, I'm an idiot. I thought Tyjae Spears and Zach Moss were on the board for the longest time. For the longest time. I'm beefing too much with chat. But not even beefing. I really am trying to educate everybody. It's truly no bad blood. But that guy from earlier, literally, like, I could pull up all of his comments. It is just constant. He'll watch back every single stream and be like, this team blows. It's like, dude, I always hate to bring it up. I've placed 5th overall in this contest, man. I think I've earned. Man, this team would have been fun if we went Brooks and then Jerome Ford here. I won't sit here and lie. But we're going to probably go Dowdle here. I don't really see a need to go elsewhere. Yeah, we're going to go Dowdle. Dowdle's my highest guy on the board. We're going to end up with a lot of Dowdle this year. It just is what it is. Why is Jerome Ford not being chosen earlier? It's tough. It's tough to shoot for early season upside is kind of the issue. Warren's in a committee with 3 running backs. I don't know about the Cordell Patterson respect there. I think that's a little bit rich. So Curtis Samuel, Tyler Lockett are all gone. Not that I was going to draft them, but it's good to know. Josh Palmer's now gone. Shaheed off the board. Where should Brees and Bijan go? In a perfect world, they go at 104 and 105. But if it's a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, and your room is super running back heavy, probably 102, 103. Saquon slander hurts a little. All right, we'll see what we can do. There goes Jalen Wright. He's been going early. Somebody definitely, yeah, wasn't planning on taking Chubb, but I was curious if he had gone yet. Probably another running back here. I have one I'd really like, and if he goes, I'll be kind of grasping for straws here. I'll just be honest. A.D. Mitchell, good pick. I'm currently looking... Okay, I'm doing all right. I'm in slow draft hell right now. Oh. Just making sure we're not getting autoed anywhere. Yeah, that's a good... Yeah, the Bowers one. I could have gone instead of Bowers, like... You know, it could have been, instead of Flowers, it could have been, let's say, you know... Andrews, McBride, Kincaid. All right, we're going to sprint to take Zach Charbonnet here. That's a fun pick. So we could have done that, and then instead of Bowers, like we could have taken Keon Coleman. So it could have been Keon Coleman and McBride, or it could have been Zay Flowers and Bowers. I think I prefer the Coleman part, but probably not as well, because then we're relying on Worthy or Coleman in the flex as early as week 1. Like right now, I feel very good about our flex and Zay Flowers. So I don't know. It's just tough. You can't have it all in these rooms, you know. Could have taken a tight end over Connor, but then that's tough. Like I'm not taking Evan Ingram over Connor. It's just the way it fell. We'll be all right. I honestly kind of think when we talk about like Jonathan Brooks, we have one other Jonathan Brooks team right now, and it was on a team where I took something like this, where you either go double hero up top or you go like Bijan like this, and then another running back that you're confident in starting early, like Javonte here. And then that's where I think that Brooks really comes in as a good play. But it is tough. You have to structure your team correctly for Brooks. We definitely could have, though. We could have gone Brooks over Warren, and then instead of Dowdle, we could have gone Jerome Ford, and then we have somebody we can start early, hopefully pass it the baton. But I don't know. To me, Warren is just as good of a bet, and we don't have to take zeros early on for it. How are you liking your team? I love it a lot. I would say I'd give it like an A in terms of, you know, A+. This team would have an elite tight end, but I feel good about it. People wanted Jerome Ford there, huh? Seems he's still the obvious 101. To me, he is. Can we take Jalen right before someone else does? I couldn't over Dowdle. Maybe I should have. Yeah, Muto won back in 03. 4 straight receivers. And won legit money. You don't think Zeke gets goal line carries? I don't know. He might be dust. I think that there's, you know, would you have gone Connor over Ridley if you were me? I think so. I think I would have gone Connor there, and then, it's tough to say in hindsight. Early 6th, Connor doesn't feel great at all. But the way that you started your team, like with Amari in the flex, instead of Ridley on the bench, you could have just gone with you could have came back in the 7th and taken. I don't know. I guess the 2v2 is like Keon or Ladd instead of Ridley. It would have been like Keon or Ladd with Connor or Ridley and Mostert. That's a tough one. I don't know. I think so, but that's just because I'm not crazy on Ridley. But you do, have stacked options through the flex. Go Zeke. Ford's gone. Dobbins is gone. Brandon Cooks, shout out. Ty Chandler, damn good pick. In hindsight, I wish I took Cook over Flowers. Honestly, knowing that we got James Conner later, no. What's your optimal outcome drafting from the 1 spot in full PPR? Depends on the wide receivers and flex spots. You screwed up a kicker in defense. You said you blew your kicker in defense call in week 14. Damn. Yep, exactly. 0RB can and does work if you get lucky. And that's literally what it comes down to. Like, fantasy football is certainly, there is luck to it. Just going to say it. Team 12 is terrible. Yeah, the Burrow, Jordan Love's double tap. Yeah, that's a brutal looking team, man. I still can't wrap my head around what he decided to do there. There goes Wicks. Damn it. Good pick. Where are you taking Brees Bijan in a 3 wide receiver 2 flex? Probably still 104, 105, to be honest. In a 3 wide receiver RB hungry league, I'm still taking CDM Tyreek over them. Thoughts on Pitts and PPR? I love Pitts. I damn near took him over Xavier Worthy there. I do love Sharp. Especially in the 11th round is pretty crazy. People too confident Kincaid over Kittle? Damn, that's a hot take. I do like Charbonnet over Ford. I don't know. On this team, I didn't feel like I needed to prioritize the early season production. Maybe I'm sleeping on Ford. My issue with Ford is that he had the scenario where Chubb went down last year and still was pretty mid, Maybe I'm holding that against him too much. That's kind of where my head goes. I just kind of already saw it last year and it wasn't anything crazy. There goes Mike Williams. Fellas, what do you guys think? Dallas Goedert's ADP is the 1101. If he makes it back to us in the middle of the 12th, is it worth it to pair him with Bowers over a running back here? I'm just going to lay it out on the table. If we get stream sniped, we get stream sniped. I'm looking at these 3 players right now. Dallas Goedert, Jalen Polk, or a running back. What do you guys think? And Algier goes. That was one of the running backs I was looking at. Running back kind of getting dry. Is Goddard crazy? There goes Downs. No, we're going to pass on Goddard for now. We're going to go Polk. He's like the last rookie receiver that I feel good about. So we took Polk. Running back dried right up. Honestly, I try to in most of my drafts come away with one of, like, I would say my 3 late round guys I really like this year are Dontavion Wicks, Jalen Polk, A.D. Mitchell. If I can come away with one of those 3, I feel pretty good about it. There goes Leggett. Yeah, Polk wasn't coming back. These guys are hip to the rookie wide receiver stuff, I would say. If Goddard comes back, we'll take him, but I think Team 11 grabs him here. You personally fucked this team yourself. What do you think about purposely losing the first couple of weeks of a managed league to get a better waiver position? I think, one, I would beg my commissioner to get fab instead of waivers. Or like waiver priority, and 2, I wouldn't. I wouldn't tank for priority. You just get to the playoffs, and that's the biggest thing. I wouldn't get too cute and try to lose and deal with any backlash that could come from that, and you know. Goes Tyrone Tracy. I got a couple of ideas here. I'd be floored if... I mean, I guess 11 is going to maybe try and push Goddard. I'd be kind of floored if he didn't take Goddard, though. We'll see. People officially out on Leggett? Yes, but not me. Would you take Brees at the 1? I personally wouldn't, but if you had one draft, and that's your only draft you're doing this offseason... you could, and I wouldn't say you're an idiot for it, but I'm drafting dozens of teams, so I can't get there. Yeah, I'm glad you guys talked me out of Goddard. We have a lot of options at tight end. We don't have to take that right now. Especially because running back is already getting very thin. So Singletary's being slept on. He's going to be the bell cow for the Giants. It's like, yeah, but like, how sexy is the bell cow for the Giants, you know? You got Olave in the early 4th? Where? Wow, this guy just took Hawkinson. All right. I mean, good luck. Good on ya. He said, oh man, joined late. Didn't get to see Wicks taken before Ron. Well, who took Wicks? Team 2? Yeah, I was hoping for Wicks to come back, but whatever. I'll take Polk. Home league on sleeper, and you got 4th round. Olave. That's crazy. Bell cow for the Giants, like the principal of a homeschool. It's like the best looking guy in a Walmart. Purposely losing and getting the next Kyron Williams is about a deal. All you need to do is win your league is to get into the playoffs. You don't need a high seed. Yeah, but you're really playing with fire by like losing on purpose. I just wouldn't, man. I do think it is a bad idea to think that, like, you know, sure, Kyron Williams was a waiver wire ad, but so was Justice Hill and Jaleel McLaughlin. And I'm trying to think of, like, other week 1. They're not always Kyron. That's the thing, man. Every win does count, man. Wow, yeah, Taysom Hill's a really good pick. Wow, so a bunch of tight ends just went there. I don't feel pressure to take one here, though. I should feel pressure to take one, but we're not going to. Just because running back dries up so much. We're actually... Damn it, we're actually going to take a tight end here. I like Freiermuth a lot, fellas. We're going to take Freiermuth. To me, he's a tier above the rest of the tight ends. I don't know if you guys are going to agree with that, but that's where I'm at. We just got him in the middle of the 13th. His ADP is the early 12th. I was giving Braylon Allen and Antonio Gibson long, hard looks, but we're just going to take running back the rest of this draft. I don't know if you guys are going to like that, but wide receiver now. We're probably done at receiver. Maybe one more, maybe, if we get somebody we like later. Yeah, the run on tight end has started. Not scared of Moose usage. No, I'm trying not to read too much into preseason this year, man. The bet is that Freiermuth is the second best receiver on that team, and I truly do believe that. And he plays in line just like Arthur Smith likes. I'm not going to overthink it. Yeah, I love Freiermuth myself. You can't take Freiermuth with Arthur Smith at the helm. I get it. I get it, but he did also have Jonnu Smith that he was really good with on the Titans. I think that, look, I don't like Arthur Smith as much as the next guy, but I think we also forget that he was a really good offensive coordinator and revived Ryan Tannehill's career. And if he can just lock in on calling plays, I'm fairly optimistic on the Steelers' offense as a whole. And if you want to galaxy and brain that a step further, we get a little bit of Week 17 correlation to give us maybe a little bit of a push over the finish line, but then we got a Gross. He's a 12th round pick, man. We got him in the 13th as on a tight end run. Come on, he's not that bad. Is it bad that my starting tight end in a 20-man league is Freiermuth? I don't think so. I like Freiermuth. Get ready to learn Darnell Washington. Run down the squad. This is where we're at. Picking from the 8 spot, full PPR, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex. Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, James Conner, Brock Bowers, Jalen Warren, Rico Dowdle, Charbonnet, Jalen Polk, Pat Freiermuth. Pretty classic 0 RB. Couldn't really get an elite tight end, but I do feel good about the tandem of Freiermuth and Bowers. I do feel good about one of those guys hitting. And I will say, if you're out here watching, we've been streaming it for like about 2 hours at this point. Saturday night. It's August. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Gonna hit 50K here soon. Pretty crazy, man. I do appreciate all the support. We're out here on a Saturday night with just 660 people chilling in here. So Gibson went, Michael Wilson, Khalil Herbert. Yeah, exactly. That's really what it is. I get preseason usage. I get it, but I really don't want to overreact to preseason stuff, man. Like, we saw with the Steelers last year in preseason where, they looked like the greatest show on turf, and then they sucked, And last year we saw Dameon Pierce was like the bell cow. And it's like these roles that we're seeing in the preseason, they're important, but they're also only what's going to happen as soon as week 1. Roles change over the course of an entire season. We have to remember, we don't want to get too caught up in week 1 projections because we're trying to win and we're trying to have the best teams possible for the playoff run, right? So focusing in too hard on roles right now in the middle of August when we're drafting to have a super team by November is probably not good, is kind of what I'm trying to say here. What's fab? It's a free agent bidding, where it's a blind bidding process for the waivers. It's much better than priority. It's just a blind auction. Everyone puts in a bid for their player, and then it rolls through in the morning. So if it was like Kyron Williams, everyone puts a bid on him overnight, and whoever has the highest bid wins. And you have a budget for the entire year. So if you blow it early, then you can't be as strong as a bidder later on. It's fun. It adds a different element of strategy and doesn't reward early season losers. So Jordan Mason's gone. Kamani Vidal is gone. So what running backs are going to come back to us here? We might actually do something that you guys are going to hate here, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to like this very much, but I have an idea of what we're going to do here. Adam Thielen goes. Look, keep in mind the rest of this draft is going to be literally 1, 2, 3, 4 straight running backs to end it. Our last non-running back is going to be Jalen McMillan. Jalen McMillan, he's getting a ton of buzz. These guys here, Team 9 and 10, are hip to the rookies. That they took Brian Thomas, they took Roma Dunze, Keon Coleman, A.D. Mitchell, Leggett. He wasn't coming back. All the running backs suck right now. So that's where we're at. I don't know if you guys are going to like that, but that's our last wide receiver pick there. Just wanted one more upside swing just in case. Have you yet to draft an OC this year? I have pick 3 for your first one. Hell yeah. You're starting up your vacation, right, where you just do nothing but draft teams. That is funny that you have. I imagine you're just at home, Henry, but I imagine you like on a beach in like Vegas or Florida. Maybe not a beach in Vegas, my bad. Like a resort in Vegas, just drafting teams, like sipping martinis all day. Chilling from the basement, James Conner RB1 in the 7th. That might be an Action Bronson lyric. Fire Love McMillan, hell yeah. No, it was not going to be Fields. No. So there goes Kendre. I don't know, because all these dart throw running backs are the same, and to me, Jalen McMillan deserves to be in a small tier above these other guys. There's Elijah Mitchell. Yeah, I love Jalen McMillan. Nah, Bucky Irving's already gone, sadly. Not going to be ready for Greg Dortch in the 16th. Damn, Estime's a good pick. Good pick. We're getting cleaned out at running back. Any decent content out there for salary cap leagues? I don't even know how salary cap leagues work, to be honest. Key Mitchell, what's the word with that guy? It's just tough with the late season ACL tear. Wow, there goes QJ. Jahan Dotson. Yeah, we weren't getting Jalen McMillan to come back. So now we're gonna take Tank Bigsby, man. Am I an idiot? Did he already go? Damn it, Tank Bigsby already went. All right, I'm an idiot. Yeah, give me Will Shipley. God damn it. I really thought that Tank Bigsby was still on there, and I was slick. All right, so we have to draft 3 more running backs. Let me know some names, man. Jeez. I'm an idiot with Tank Bigsby. Why all running backs for the last rounds? Because our running backs suck. We just want to throw lottery tickets is the way that I've been playing it. I will say you could have talked me into like giving Sanad or like another tight end to look, but I've kind of just erased tight end from my mind right now. Just because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Freiermuth and Bowers is fine. I don't think we need any more tight ends. I don't know if you guys agree, but that's kind of how I see it right now. But here's the team so far. Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins. Probably my favorite wide receiver start through 3. Zay Flowers, Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, James Conner, Brock Bowers, Jalen Warren, Rico Dowdle, Zach Charbonnet, Jalen Polk, Freiermuth, McMillan, Will Shipley. Probably just going to pound out running backs now. I mean, you could talk me into a late round tight end, but I do think that 2 is fine. No, this is managed. We're setting lineups here. Sione Vaki's a good name. You said when the Rams were in Houston on Friday during joint practice that there was a feeling Rams could trade late round pick for Pierce, huh? That is interesting. Dameon Pierce getting traded. People like Carson Steele a ton. Let's star some of these. I do think that Roshan's fine. Like Pierce is fine. Justice Hill is fun, I guess. Clyde. I'll put Steele out there just for you guys. Vaki. I mean, if I take Vaki, it'll be like my very last pick. But yeah, I'll put Vaki up there. Nobody's taking a kicker yet. I will say you have my word. If Dallas kicker comes back to us, we will take Dallas kicker, but there's just no way. A boomer's going to take him. We talked about Akers earlier in the stream. There's just no way, man. I've been nursing this cider, by the way. I feel like I opened it up hours ago. I'll pop one more drink open for the fellas. Why not? This is to the successful August so far. Tons of growth, laughs, good times. I have to celebrate a little bit. It's been I'll be honest, man. August this year has been it's been exhausting. I'll just come out and say it's been exhausting, but it's been very rewarding as well. Where you guys have shown a ton of support. The algorithm's been going crazy. But it's definitely been a lot, man. It's been working every single day. No off days. Not much stuff outside of the basement, to be honest, but it's kind of what I sign up for. I sign up for a pretty brutal work schedule in August, but at the end of the day, it's not like I am in an ER tending to people. I am just talking about football, which has been my dream since I was a kid. So it's all sick. And I also know in the back of my head, like, once week 17 wraps up, I can do whatever the hell I want, you know? So It's kind of keeping that mindset and slaving away for the month of August, but I do enjoy it. How often do I drink? Literally never. Not never. Probably like once or twice a month. I just figured it's Saturday. It's honestly kind of a celebratory thing. We're here at the home stretch. We have literally 1 week left of draft prep content, and then we get into the season, and then that's all she wrote, man. I do enjoy these streams a ton. We have what? We have maybe, so it's August 24th today. How many more of these we got? We got like 6, 7. We probably only got like, what, maybe like 10-ish streams yet. But this is definitely the home stretch, man. It's not a non-alcohol cider. There's alcohol in the cider. It's Angry Orchard. Don't pocket watch me, John. Let's see. So we didn't get that kicker to come back to us. I'm not taking kicker. I was debating it. I can't do it. We're going to take Roshan. I think Roshan here is actually a fine pick. I'm not crazy about Roshan. I just don't have him yet. And I'm fine just kind of taking a swing on that Chicago backfield. How do we feel about Luke McCaffrey in bet? Like, I'm not taking him in seasonal, but like in redraft, but in best ball, he's very interesting as like a late round guy. Damn, Mahomes' bye week is week 6, huh? Could talk me into taking a quarterback. You could. Oh, and there goes Luke McCaffrey. How much have I spent on teams this year? No need to pocket watch. But probably under 5,000 right now. When do we think BBM fills? That's actually a good question. Any plans for streams during the season? I don't know. Streams during the season are so tough. They just turn into me sitting here getting berated with start-sit questions and trade questions, which I get it. They're just not very fun. These are fun, where I'm drafting a team, I'm interacting with you guys, but pretty much in-season streams just become me sitting here getting a billion start, sit, and trade questions, which are fine. It's what I'm here for. I understand that that's part of the job description. They're just not as fun as these streams, which is why, I try and make these count, and we do so many of them before the season starts, but maybe we'll do a once-a-week stream. We'll see. They're tough to commit to. Because I try to, with like Sunday being a work day, I try to take Saturdays off. So then it's like, nobody's really going to be watching streams on Friday. And like Friday, we're not going to have a ton of information either. I don't know. I'll think about it. So daily fantasy lineup building streams would be way more interactive. That's true. I don't think as many people would tune in. And then I've said this before, but I'm banned on DraftKings and they refuse to lift my ban. And I'm only banned. I'm not a weirdo. I'm just a degenerate. I started this channel when I was 19. I was like finessing a DraftKings account when I was like 16 years old. I've been at this for a while, man. But they were not happy with me. Dude, I gotta be honest with you guys, man. This is gonna be a pure luxury pick, fellas. I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this. Make your pick, Team 9. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, But in round 17 of a 6-point passing touchdown league, with an early season bye week for Patrick Mahomes, he has a bye week in week 6. I'm taking Justin Herbert. I'm done with the fucking slander. The Justin Herbert slander is actually insane. 17th round Justin Herbert, man. Again, I know we have Mahomes, but this is an inconsequential pick. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are going to like that one, but again, Mahomes has a bye week in week 6. If Herbert's a stud and 6-point passing touchdown as well, we'll have 2 top options at quarterback. Can always drop Herbert for a running back if I need to early season. Yeah, I'm also just not a DFS guy either. Justin Herbert's ADP as well is 13th round on here, man. What the hell is he doing in the 17th, dude? Dude, anyone who did a startup and took Justin Herbert highly. I mean, I still have Justin Herbert super. Like, Justin Herbert, I still genuinely, it boggles my mind. I understand. The wide receivers aren't great. They're going to want to run the ball. But are we really telling ourselves that they're going to build an NFL offense out of Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins off an Achilles and Kamani Vidal? Like, when we look at last year, I can't find the screenshot, but it was actually a really good showing of, like, the best offenses in the NFL usually have really good offensive lines. And the Chargers are going to have a top 10 to 12 offensive line with Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater. I don't know everybody else because I'm not an offensive line guy, but they're going to have a good offensive line. Greg Roman coached one of the most efficient seasons ever in Lamar Jackson. You're going to get some rushing touchdown with Justin Herbert as well because they're going to be run heavy, but then they also don't have like a very clear, very good running back. It could genuinely be one of the most productive rushing seasons for Justin Herbert in his entire career, and that could offset any of the passing volume concerns. And then I also just don't buy the idea that the Chargers defense is so good that they're going to be able to hold on to leads and just run the ball. Like, I genuinely think the Chargers, I guess it's just Justin Herbert, but I genuinely think that Justin Herbert is the most mispriced quarterback in fantasy I've ever seen. Dude, this is a guy in his second season had 38 passing touchdowns. And like damn near 30 as a rookie in just like a 14-game sample. Like, this is one of the best quarterbacks of our generation. Back in 07, Herbert would be like a 4th round pick. I just can't get over it, man. I'm trying to take as much as I can of him in best ball. I'm trying to take as much of him everywhere. I just don't get it. Chargers play Denver in week 6. Perfect. Appreciate the bless yous. Roman did pretty good with Flacco. Roman did pretty good with Lamar. You can want to run the ball as much as you want, but if you're not winning games, you can't run the ball. And if you're not running the ball efficiently, you're not going to just run the ball 3 times and go 3 and out. Like, Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins and Kamani Vidal might suck, and this rushing offense might suck. And then they say, well, and Jim Harbaugh is gassing up Justin Herbert every single day. Like, I think that the best thing you can do is if you whiff on one of the top elite quarterbacks, take Justin Herbert in tandem with somebody else. The disrespect is just crazy. And the part that annoys me the most is it's like also a social media thing. Like, there's so many like banger hunting Twitter accounts, like Icy Vert and shit, that just like social media shits on Justin Herbert so much. And it's like, dude, his defense has done nothing but let him down. And with that history in mind, I don't understand the idea of thinking that they're just able to run the ball, knowing that this defense has never been good. Yeah, he was untouchable in Dynasty, Justin Herbert, and for good reason. For good reason. He is one of the best quarterbacks of his generation. Justin Herbert is overrated and his wide receivers suck. I don't understand how he's overrated, man. He is criminally underrated. I just don't believe that he's that hurt, man. Jim Harbaugh came out and has been saying glowing things about him. Like, he's not that banged up at this point. All right, what are we going to do here? This is our last running back pick. If he gets to us, we'll take Carson Steele. He's been the hot name. And I will say, I'm skeptical of him actually being something. But you do sometimes get these hot names, and they end up being a thing. Like, Kyron was kind of a hot name towards the end of an offseason. Pacheco was a hot name when he was a rookie at the end of the offseason. Like, I don't know. You sometimes do get these hot names that people can't stop talking about, and I think you kind of just have to succumb to it. So let's take Carson Steele, whatever, to offset my Clyde Edwards-Helaire bags. Herbert is undeniably a top 5 quarterback. Like, people, I don't know. I know half of the chat's going to kill me for saying that, but he is. The throws that he can make, man, are he throws javelins, and he threw for 38 touchdowns in his second year, man. Like, I just don't, I don't know. Steele over Hill, Henry going to break? I don't know. We'll see. It's just we saw that last year. Like, J.K. Dobbins broke, and then Justice Hill kind of did nothing. Yeah, if you want to be more conservative and say top 10, sure. Like, the guy throws lasers, man. He throws lasers. He's a robot. People also underrate his athleticism. Like, if we're just going to suck off Herbert here, and I know he doesn't use it for rushing, but still, oh my God, dude. And this guy that doubled up on quarterbacks took Dallas Cowboys in round 11 and then doubles up on kickers here at the turn. You can't make it up. Keep trade cut Mahomes. I appreciate the super chat. What the hell, dude? What does it say? Brittany Mahomes, T Swift, Tyreek's baby mamas? Come on, man. Come on. Let's have some class. Dude, Team 12 is on the good stuff, is really all I can say here. All right, now it's time to lock in for kicker and defense. All right, we're going to take Younghoe Koo. Why not? Now, of course, this doesn't equate to fantasy rushing production, and I'm not saying it does. But just in terms of, like, when we're talking tools at quarterback and a guy who can evade pressure and, like, stand tall in a pocket, Justin Herbert, like, people don't understand how crazy of an athlete this guy is on top of being, you know, one of the best throwers of his generation. Like, 6'6", 236 pounds, faster than Josh Allen, you know, better vertical than Josh Allen, better broad jump than Josh Allen. Like, he's a freak athlete, hands big as hell, 10-inch hands, crazy arm talent. Again, just like one of the most prolific passers through his first three to 4 years. I don't know. The disrespect is just too much. Justin Herbert's what we all thought Trevor Lawrence was going to be. Let's not start with the with the Trevor Lawrence slander, though. What do you mean you need an answer, man? I'm not well versed in that department. Justin Herbert took Jared Goff's spot on the Lions. He would be a part of a dynasty. Totally unbiased Charger fan. I like that call. I appreciate the super chat. Does Kyron Corum ADP drop with the rumored Pierce trade? Probably not. Probably not, no. Justin Herbert's the Eli Manning of Aaron Rodgers? I don't know if I would say that. All right, I got to lock in on what defense I want to take here. So big defense everyone is playing this year is Bengals versus Patriots. You got Bears versus Titans, Saints versus Panthers. Some guy in our draft sniped. He's in the chat. Nice pick. Carson Steele just snatched from me. Who's B Rams? Oh, probably here, Bramley. Achan or Nico? Probably Achan for me, but I have him literally back to back. Depends on how running back hungry your room is. I keep looking at my phone, by the way, not to be disrespectful, but yeah, I have 4 minutes on the clock in this draft right now. When's my next one? 17 minutes? I can get to that. I just stream defenses personally. Yeah, 2020 draft class is already one of the best of all time for quarterbacks. It's crazy. It's crazy. Imagine the 2020 draft was the one. Like, that wasn't even a draft class people were crazy about either. It was hyped. But not to the level of 2018 or 2021. I still have a lot of hope for Trevor Lawrence. I really do think that he can be great. I think the issue with Trevor Lawrence is I think that he could play like he's very good in structure, but he's not great out of structure, which for a guy who looks like him and as athletic as he is, you'd hope that he could be a little bit more creative, and maybe he'll gain that as he grows. That's really the only thing holding him back right now, I think. But it's also easier said than done. He's also never had like a great offensive line. All right, we're about to be up here. In terms of defense here, not a ton available, huh? Got Buccaneers versus Commanders week 1. You got Seahawks versus Broncos week 1. Let's do Seahawks. Why not? All right, that's a team. I love this team. Probably my best wide receiver start yet. Trying to think of like where we went wrong. I guess it could have been elite tight end over Flowers, and then like Keon Coleman over Bowers, but I don't know. I still don't. I don't really regret the Flowers pick. I don't regret the naked Mahomes after stacking him to Worthy, Connor. I think it's just kind of the way that the board fell, and we had to just sort of take Connor in the 7th. It's not like we punted tight end either. Like Brock Bowers is still a very good option. We have Pat Freiermuth as well. Here's the final squad, if anybody's curious, from the 8 spot, and a 3 wide receiver full PPR. Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers through the flex. Mahomes, Xavier Worthy off the bench, stacked to Mahomes. James Conner, RB1. Brock Bowers at tight end. Jalen Warren, RB2. Dowdle, Charbonnet, Jalen Polk, Freiermuth, Jalen McMillan, Will Shipley, Roshan Johnson, Justin Herbert, Carson Steele. Maybe a little bit light at running back, and just in terms of the quantity part, like of course the quality is low, but I felt good about Connor and Warren. I didn't really feel like I had to hammer out running backs, and if I do, I can always just drop one of the rookie receivers after the first waiver run and be pretty much fine there. So I do love that team, or love this team. Very wide receiver heavy, yes sir, but it's just a, very extreme 0 RB build, but I do like it. Regardless, appreciate you guys watching. These streams have been super fun. 50,000 subscribers soon. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a like. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll have a video tomorrow right around noon. And then we'll have a stream tomorrow night as well. Probably just underdog drafts. The last, we've done 4 high stakes drafts in a row now. We're going to do a night of underdog drafts for sure tomorrow. I'm not sure. We'll do like 1 or 2. But appreciate you guys coming out. As always, I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.